I want to welcome you to cost class, and this is going to be a video over the break-even analysis and how we use it for a company in making decisions. So what we have here is I made a problem for Acme Corporation is concerned about inflation on its profits. The following information, and it sold 80,000 units for the year. $40 is the sales price per unit, $26 is the current variable cost, and $835,000 is the fixed cost. And down here is the inflation part, so it can increase the price but not more than 10%, and we expect the profit to maintain the profit, we need to increase it by 5%, which will come in later. Here's our expected inflation over the next few years, and here this one is the percentage that each of these materials make up of variable costs. For instance, direct material is 15% of the $26, direct labor is 55%, and so on. Okay, so to maintain the profit, what we have to do first is we have to find what our current level of profit is, because you have to know what it is to maintain it. So to do that, we will take, and over here I'll put in the numbers for it, the 80,000 units that we sold, times, we take it times our contribution margin, which is the $40 minus the $26, and then subtract off our fixed cost of $835,000. Okay, so here what we'll do is the same type of thing, except we'll use Excel. So we take 80,000 times 40 minus the 26 minus the 835,000, or it gives us $285,000. That's our current profit for the year. Okay, now the next thing we do is find out our new costs that we have to have. So the new variable cost, remember this is made up of $26 times the 15% times the inflation rate of 1.09, because, and then to this we'll add the labor, which is the $26 times 55% is direct labor costs, times 1.13, which is our inflation rate for labor. Okay, it's 13% plus the original. And then to this we'll add the overhead, which is the $26 times the 30% times the inflation rate at 1.18, and that will equal our new price. So if we do this, we'll take the let's do it this way, equal, we'll have the $26 times the 15% times 1 plus the inflation rate plus the labor of $26 times its percentage that it makes up of 55% times 1 plus its inflation rate of 13% plus the overhead, which would be $26 again, times 30%, which is its percentage, times 1 plus, there it is, 18%, which is its inflation rate, and that will give you then $29.61. Okay. Now to be safe about it, we can use the round function on this, and we go to 2 decimal places, and it gives you $29.61. Okay. The new price that we can charge, well, we're going to increase it by the 10%. So that will be the $40 times 1.1. So over here we do the same thing. We have the $40 times 1 plus the percentage increase for the selling price takes 10%, and that gives you the $44. So okay, that's okay. New fixed costs, do the same type of thing. It's $835,000 times its inflation rate of 6%, 1.06. Okay, so we would take again the $835,000 times 1 plus the inflation rate of 0.06, and that gives you $885,100. Okay. Now the target profit we've already established in this case, because it's the same that we have, because we want to maintain the target profit. Okay, so to calculate this, we would take the $285,000 and it has to equal the new price of $44 minus $29.16, which is a new contribution margin, times X, because we don't know how many units we have to sell yet, and we subtract off that from 885,100, because that's the new fixed costs. Okay, so now what we'll do is we add 885,100 to both sides, and that will give you 1,170,100 is equal to 14.39x, because you take $44 minus $29.16, and then you divide both sides by 1439, and that gives you 81,313. And I didn't type in 81,000, I typed in 71,000. So 81,313 is what that gives you. Okay. So over here, if you want Excel to do it, you'd have equal the target profit of 285,000 plus the new fixed costs, and then we would divide that by the new variable cost minus the new, not variable cost, selling price minus the new variable costs, and that will give you 81,813. Okay, now if you wanted to be a little more cautious and accurate, you do the round function on it again, and again go to 2 decimal places, and that'll give you, well, I want 2 decimal places. In this case, I want 0 decimal places, sorry. But that gives you 81,313. Okay. Now, to get the number of units that we sold, we would take the 81,000 in dollar values times our new price of $44. Okay, so we do the same thing here. We take the 81,313 times our price of $44, and you come up with $3,577.72. That is your new price in sales. Okay, now part B says, what would happen if we wanted to maintain our same profit with the inflation, which means we had to increase our profits by 5%. So what we have to do here for the new profit, I'll put that over here, you would take the new profit was 285,000. Sorry, I had to look what I was doing. Times we want to increase it by 5%, so it's 1.05. So that's our equation that we would use. So over here we have our target profit times 1 plus our profit needs to increase by 5%. So that's our 299,250. That's what we have to, that's our new target price. So over here we go through the same process we did from up above. So we have 299,250 is equal to 44 minus 2961, right, minus 885,100. Okay, which gives you then 1,184,350 is equal to 1439x. Oh, I forgot the one little detail here is that we have to find x is our number of units that we have. Okay, so divide both sides by 1439, and again this time we'll get 82,304. Okay, then we'll do the same thing over here, and I do the same type of thing. Equal. I do my target price, this time is 299,250 plus my fixed costs of 885 divided by the 44 minus the 2961, and I get 82,304. Now the reason why, it's got some decimals in there, so again I'll put the round function in there just to be safe. so I don't cause myself any grief later. And again, the sales price then, how many units we had to sell was 82,304 times the $44, which is the selling price. So over here we would take the 82,304 times our sales price of 44, and you'd come up with 3,621,376. Okay. Now for this side, we're going to say, okay, we want the volume to remain at 80,000. What's the new price have to be? Okay, so we're not going to increase our sales volume in this one, and we're going to keep it at 80,000. This time we're trying to find out what the price needs to be. So we have 299, 250 is equal to, because we use the part B, this time is equal to the price minus 2961 times, this time we know the 80,000, minus 885 100. Okay, we add both sides to 8, and we do some other math equations, so we get 1,184,350 is equal to, into everything, so we have 80,000 minus, 80,000 actually times the price minus minus the 2,368,800. Now what I did is I skipped a step there. I took the 2961 times 80,000. Okay, and then you add 2,368 to both sides, gives you 3,553,150 is equal to 80,000 times your price, which you'll get if you divide it, gives you 44.41. So forgot the 0.41. Okay, so that is your price over here. And I'll just put that in here to save some time. 0.41. Okay, and have an extra line. So your increase then, that what percent increase is that, you would take the new price of 44.41 minus your old price of way back up here $40 and divide it by $40. Got my other parenthesis there to start with. Okay, which gives you 11.03% increase. Okay, so what we did here, we took the 44.41 minus the 40, close parentheses, and divided by 40. And that's how we got that answer. Okay, and that concludes this video. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm going to make another video on for multiple products, but go over this again, and hopefully you can, take it a little slower, stop when you need to, and write stuff down. And I hope that takes care of it for you. And I will see you. I won't see you, but I'll talk to you in a little bit.